It is now 7 o'clock, so we will call the regular meeting of the Cannon Township Board to order for June 8. We will start, as always, with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Sigh.
So let's take a moment and pray. Dear Lord, we thank you for another beautiful day, and we thank you for this just exceptional summer weather that we were having, and we just thank you for a beautiful place to live, and we just continue to try to make this a better place to live as well. Bless this night, bless this meeting, and help us to all get home safe. In your pray, amen.
Amen.
Henry, I don't think we need those. Can you turn that off?
Yes,
Please. Turn that off.
Thank you. It was 81 in here a little while ago, so we had fans, but the chief fixed it, so. All right, Nancy.
Jim,
here,
Cy,
Here.
Henry,
here.
Jessica,
Here.
Steve,
Here.
Todd, David.
Here.
All right, we need a motion to approve the minutes for May 11.
So move.
Support?
Second.
It's been moved and supported by David. Any comments, questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. All right, motion to approve bills 19,995 checks actually through to 20,038 and EFT 962 through 71.
So moved. Support.
Been moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. All right, we have the May building report, which is self-explanatory. And David, we have the treasurer's report. How are we doing?
Yeah, the fund balances are healthy. Very
Yes.
healthy.
Yeah, good. All right. Next up is public comment, and as we always say, says only related to agenda items, but you can come up and say anything you feel like talking about. Anybody? Hello.
Hello, Gina Johnson, State Representative of the 78th District.
Talk
So-
right in there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
78th House District. Hi, currently State Representative, representing 4 counties. One of them is your county, Kent County. And I just wanted to let you know who I am. I'm running for State Senate too. We've been doing a powerfully good job in the House, believe it or not, against all odds, against the flow of 18 departments going the wrong direction with some very poor leadership. I'm giving you all my biases here, but we have a governor that doesn't really respect our part of the state, uses the departments to weaponize against us, farmers, businesses. They say they're environmentally friendly and they want clean water, but then they don't help us get there. A lot of unfunded mandates that I'm fighting. Fire departments, clean water, the meat processors. I started a lawsuit with them. First month in office, meat processors were going to
Against who?
close down. The Eagle.
Against Eagle. Right.
State of Michigan. Eagle
Yeah.
required them to have new lagoons at the tune of $100,000, $200,000. All of our small meat processors, by the way, were the ones that stayed open in 2020, 24/7, to make sure we had what we needed to process our own pigs, our own sheep, our own cattle, our deer. They were the heroes.
Mhm.
And Eagle turned around and said to them, and now you're not hygienic enough, and you're going to kill us
Oh.
with water flow, flowing out of something. Some of these meat processors are 3rd, 4th, 5th generation meat processors. Suddenly they didn't know how to take care of the land or do meat processing well. So I helped them start a lawsuit. I know you got some issues here too. I'm already researching, trying to help you out. We're going to fight back. We're going to fight back. When all the odds are against us, we have to push back with lawsuits and pressure from anyone who's elected, who's willing to put their neck out. So Eagle knows me well, and they do return the phone calls finally. First year, they didn't want to even return a phone call. We've worked through that problem. And we also want to get people back to work in Lansing. You know, we got about 5,000 people. We're not sure where they are. Are they really hired? Are they really filling a job? There's so much oversight that needs to be done. And we're hopeful if we can win enough November 3rd, starting January, we're going to turn some things around. Got to turn a big ship around, as you know. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I'm here to serve you. I appreciate your service. And we're going to make good partners, just continuing to look at things that are going on here in Cannon.
So, does anybody have any questions? Go ahead. Do you have anything?
I think you're doing a great job. I was reading some of the literature here, and we're going to need that same support with Eagle with our water system too, because they're trying to shove it down our throat that we're going to spend $30 million. That's their problem, not ours.
So when Gina Kay, she stopped by my law office and she introduced herself as a candidate, and she said, but before I get to that, I have a couple of questions for you. One of them was, why isn't there a light at Ramsdell and Belding Road? and I said, well, that's a good question. I said, I've been trying to get one. And she said, well, for how long? Like a couple of years? I said, 25, because that's true. So my understanding is you've already done something on that.
Yes, MDOT is going to get back with me probably tomorrow. Today, the Grand Rapids Authority, the Transportation Authority, got back with me, and they said, how much information did you want? And I want to know how many accidents there have been. I want to know how many deaths. I want to know if they've done the research and put one of those wires across the way to see how many cars, trucks are traveling this way. And who's the engineer in charge of this? Because truly, their license as an engineer is on the line when they don't put proper safety mechanisms like a traffic light in place, and when they put them in the wrong place, their license is also in jeopardy. I've seen that happen before, and they can lose it. We're going to go after this and see what's going on. I don't need to be a legislator, but we need to get things done. And there's a lot of good legislators in office, and there's other ones that I'm not sure why they are there, because really 80% of the job is doing stuff like this. It's not pushing yes and no buttons. It's doing all the stuff behind the scenes, having the meetings no one will ever know about. It'll never be on the news. But you push things in the right direction and apply the right kind of pressure to solve real problems. And I'm happy to do that. I guess I was raised in a family where that's what you do. You look for problems and you go head first into them and try to solve them.
So
thank you.
Thank you for your service. And I know you've got an impressive record. The other thing that she was talking about was the North Kent sewer, which I'll update later when we talk about that. But she also said, because that's kind of going around, that's my understanding, that there's meetings and there's kind of and so she asked how she could help us with that, and talked about how you have taken them on successfully before.
Mm-hmm. The lawsuit, first of all, with the meat processors, had put our foot in the door. So they didn't slam the door shut on these meat processors. One quit on her own because she just couldn't take the hassling anymore. But the rest are still in business, and this is not over. And we are making, believe it or not, since 21, when it actually got implemented, but it's stalled the process of closing the door on these meat processors. So they're still open. Mm-hmm. They're still working and enjoying their livelihood and doing a great job for our communities. And we're going to see it to the end.
So I did when we can get you. Are you going to stick around?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, good. Because
you're all going to get my cell phone number, and you're going to have access to me all the time. That's the way it happens. And
because if I understand this right, as I was preparing for this meeting today, we have on our agenda, where is it? Oh, a grant announcement for public safety and law enforcement. You're nodding. You had a little to do with that, did you?
Yes. We worked really hard on the budget last year, and we're doing the same thing this year. public safety and infrastructure. That's got to be at the top of the list for funding. I'm fighting for increased revenue sharing as well. Why? Because the locals should know better how to spend the money and what needs to be done and how to get it done efficiently with less spending. So I will fight for that. And if there's some townships out there that don't spend it well, then the elected people change their minds and they fix that problem.
Right.
You can do that faster when it's closer to home. Unfunded mandates, we got to fix that. That costs a lot of money. It's just a waste of money. And the other part of this is we started out in 23 and 24 in minority. I don't know if you remember, but we have barely any, our side has barely any the authority in the government. Despite that, I was able to bring home $21 million to our district. And I had to fight for that 8-9 months, proving that Flint water is not the only place where water needs to be clean. We matter too. And I'll tell you, the Detroit reps have a lot more representation by numbers in Lansing. We've got a dribble compared to them, and they want our tax dollars, our hard-earned tax dollars, to backfill their corruption.
Mm-hmm.
So it is quite a battle to make sure we get our due money.
So even though you were in the minority, you got your district. It was wastewater, wasn't it, or water treatment? Sorry, wastewater treatment. 2
wastewater treatment plants upgrades to the tune of $21 million total. That meant they didn't have to raise water rates. They didn't have to raise their local taxes or have special assessments put on them. And I'll fight for that all day long.
You saved your residents how much? Have you ever done the math?
Maybe $3,000 each.
Wow. All right, because we might be talking about that too, because Eagle wants us to spend, as you know, $30 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
After they made the mistake, as I understand it.
But we might call on you again when we get to my update on that.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll have fun with that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Sorry, that took a minute. Who's next? Nobody? All right. Well, we'll get into this. Oh, 7 Mile trees. We said we'd have it on the agenda. Bob, do you have an update for us, or you want me to jump into what I know? Either way.
I'll just give you a quick update. I don't have a whole lot of words to present, but where I'm at right now, I did file a formal complaint with the Michigan Public Service Commission on this issue back on the 1st of May. It was returned to me because I'm not a lawyer and I did not fill it out exactly the way and the format that they would like. They also didn't like that I had mentioned I was representing my neighbors, and they said, you got to be a lawyer to do that. So I'm not going to fight them. I'm going to resubmit with a lawyer. I've got a lawyer that I'm talking to tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get this resubmitted ASAP. I feel very confident we have rules, laws that were broken, and we will prevail.
Good.
Thank you.
So if you don't mind, Bob, I'm going to share with everyone Brian's email. I'm not going to go in detail, but he listed for Nate, who was here. Was that the last meeting? Nate Henschel was here? Yeah. I think so, yes. It's been so long ago because of Memorial Day. Anyway, Brian put a comprehensive list together of issues that he would like addressed, which I think you probably went over with him and you collaborated to put these together. Nate could not make it tonight, but he did respond, and he basically said that he is not able to attend tonight, but they have sent a letter to the residents around Blakely and 7 Mile. Not everyone who received the letter will be directly affected by the project. After reviewing the contact list, however, they sent it to a broader group to make sure everybody had clear information, which was a good sign. And then the letter should arrive this week. Bob, do you know what's in that letter? What is just saying where they are on things, or do you know yet? You don't know yet. I don't either know yet.
I have a copy.
Oh, you got it already. What's it say?
It's not very informative.
Oh, can we see it?
Yes. This came today.
Oh, is this? Yeah, June 5. It is. It's the same one. Somehow somebody gave me a copy of that. because this was just sitting here. That must have come to us today. Do you mind if we go through it real quick? Let's see what it says. Oh, this is from Colin Hubble, who's the manager of engineering. Well, let's see what Colin says. All right, reliability improvements. We appreciated the feedback and concerns regarding the system. Improvements along the Blakely and 7 Mile corridor. One thing before I get into this, they have stopped the work on it. You know that, right? And there's no plans to start it up until some of these issues can be addressed more thoroughly. So that's a good thing. So we appreciated the feedback. As with any project, routing and design decisions are based on a combination of engineering, operational, and property considerations evaluated over time. You can tell an engineer wrote this. These improvements are intended to enhance long-term reliability, maybe improve access for maintenance and restoration, increase system capacity for future growth. Currently, portions of the existing electric line are located in areas that are difficult to access. That's what they were talking about, being in the trees, right? And deep in the woods there, and that they couldn't get to them. And that was the rationale, right, from last time. These conditions can increase the time required for crews to safely identify issues and restore service. While recent line clearing has helped address short-term vegetation concerns, outage history shows that over the past 10 years, customers in this area have experienced 25 outages. Is that consistent with what, Because I think last time you were here, you contested that, didn't you? It's not, right? You might want to mention that as you get into your thing, Bob. Many of which were caused by trees. These outages have resulted in recurring service interruptions for customers. These improvements are intended to address those ongoing issues and provide a more durable long-term solution rather than relying solely on maintenance line clearing. As part of this project, select segments of the line will be relocated to more accessible locations. In addition, the system, they're just giving their right. You're right. So anyway, so I think, Bob, why don't you we're going to keep this on the agenda, and I will stay in touch with Nate. And if you hear anything from him, bring it to us. And if I hear anything from him, we will put it on here. And I gave him a standing invitation to come here every second and fourth Monday. We'll see. I think he wants to fix this. I think that's why he said, let's just pause this for a minute. So you haven't seen any more activity out there, have you? Anybody? No?
Been out there. They now want to cut trees down on the opposite side of the road from where they cut them last time. And they're planning on moving power lines across the road, down the ways, and back. So more homes are being affected with more trees coming down than their plans.
Can I see your pen? I'm going to call Nate on that and tell him, can I say that that's what the engineer said? They were going to do this?
That is our neighbor, so they sent it.
I talked with them as well. I got the name and number if you'd like to talk to them directly.
Sure. You don't have to give it publicly if you want to just...
I can give it to you after the meeting, or I can give it to you right now.
Just hand it up here. Don't say it on the record because I'm not sure I'd want my number out there. Well, mine is anyway, though. Mine's all over the place, isn't it? My cell phone's everywhere. I'm like Gina, only on a smaller scale.
Yes, Judy and Bob, Demetra.
What? Hey, why don't you just... We'll do it after. Okay, so that's good. All right. So does you have anybody over there have anything else on this? Yeah, come on up and yeah, why not? Name and address, please.
Alan McAvoy, 5721 7 Mile Road. Regarding this whole tree consumers issue, my property's affected. It's in the little hump right there on 7 Mile. We're working with an engineer named Andrew right now to move a pole on our property 2 feet to make a straight line for them to be able to keep the lines where they are. But I will say, coming to be able to have that conversation with consumers has been quite a battle and an uphill push. And if it wasn't for Bob here,
Well, that's true.
even have any of the information. To
Right.
know
Well, we
their
wouldn't
contact.
either. Other than,
So this letter that just came today is the first
yeah, I know.
like in the mail contact, and I'm actually kind of impressed that they took the time to explain. Hey, we're pushing this to the fall.
Well, like you said, that's Bob's efforts and Brian, the others that have been on that. But we're doing what we can to help facilitate that. I do have a question. Hey, Gina, since you're here, we might as well take advantage of your presence. Is there anything that a state rep or the Senate can do to help us with consumer issue with consumers' energy issues? Would you be willing to maybe talk to these folks after?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, okay, so you might want to let her know, but no, I appreciate it.
We've kind of come to an understanding in the 6 properties where your property and my property to the east of us. I'm assuming you're to the west of me, a little ways over the hill there. Afterward,
Let's do that afterwards. We're going to breeze through this.
Anyway,
we're going to be here till.
but where they're proposing to run it up Blakely sort of horrifies me. The consumers have sort of traumatized our neighborhood in
I'm
Chop-
aware.
Yeah, if
It's
you
very
drive down
clear.
here, you can.
Traumatized is not an overstatement.
No, because we
At
all
all.
live down there and had bought property down there to have the wildlife and the trees.
I know. That's why you moved there.
So it's
I
like,
know.
yeah, it's a gut punch a little bit.
It is. So Gina will, just seek her out. She was just up here. You probably just saw her from the back, but that's her right over there. Okay, so next up. All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you. Yes, come on up here. Why not?
One question for the board, and that is, has Consumers Energy requested consent to move power lines into the road right-of-ways from Cannon Township?
No.
Are you familiar
'Cause he
with
would know this,
Michigan Common Law 460.553?
What is it?
Michigan Common Law 460.553.
Oh no, that's not. It's Michigan. I should know this. I read these every day. MCL 460.
Yeah, MCL.
MCL 460. Yeah.
That requires Consumers Energy request and get consent from Cannon Township.
Compiled laws.
Pardon me?
Compiled laws.
Compiled law. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You got me. Through.
It does require Consumers Energy to get consent from your township, from our township, to move those power lines into the road right away.
Why don't you also?
That is part of my complaint in the formal complaint to the Michigan Public Service Commission.
Good.
Once it's accepted, it is in front of an administrative law judge.
Do we need to file anything?
No,
That's
I don't
only
know that.
one of the
Hang on.
many laws that they've broken and rules.
Also, in talking to the Kent County Road Commission, they did not have permit to do construction. Their ongoing permit is to maintenance and minor stuff. They did not have a carte blanche permit from the road commission to do what they did. So,
The lawyer I spoke with this morning, Mike Matza, who's an expert in these situations, noted that this is a valid complaint.
Your
Thank you.
Thank you.
hang on a minute. Don't. Oh yeah. Okay, you're still here. Just give me 1 sec. I'm going to read this law here real quick. Okay, good. I do think that's what it says, because sometimes they don't seem to say what they really do. Why don't you have your attorney call me on my cell so I can make sure we are in conjunction working with you? Okay. He may know me. Do you think? Okay. That sounded very ominous.
Uh-oh.
That was cool. That was very, very
I
sly.
see a red flag going up.
Yeah, that was no collusion here. Don't say that. It's
Okay.
okay. All right. No, but we're working together for you. And I think Gina will probably be a big help too. So, all right. I'm glad you're here tonight, Gina. All right. So, it doesn't have to be one. Can we have your, name and address, please?
My name is Laura Sokol. I live at 6311 Blakely.
Okay.
And I spoke the last time when Nate was here.
Uh-huh.
I just pulled right from Consumers website the desire on consumers' part about burying. I was the one that was talking about burying lines.
Right, I remember.
So I just pulled this. I don't know if I could admit it as evidence. I feel so.
No, but what we will do is we will put it on the next agenda under correspondence. Well, you know what? We can make these part of the minutes. I'll talk to Sherry.
So it's
about that.
right from their website. It indicates that they can bury the main line without, I think the last meeting, there was some suggestion that homeowners would have to buy or pay for lines, which is correct. I think if I understood that, I'm not an attorney, but you'll know, Steve. But if you have an above ground line to your home, that you would be responsible if you wanted it buried. But they can bury all the lines and they may have to keep a pole, but it
Right.
indicates on there if I understood it correctly.
You know, when he was here last time, didn't he say something about burying lines and the cost? It was like it was a high cost, wasn't he?
But that article from their website says over the long term, they save on trimming trees. It said,
Less
from
outages,
my understanding,
fewer
long
outages.
term, it's about the same.
All right.
So-
So
I'm advocating that they bury the freaking line because then you don't have ice storms, tree limbs, all of those things that are what they're claiming the 25 outages, which I disagree because we've been in our home 20 some years. But they're
Seems like a
saying
lot
are
to
tree
me.
limbs.
it seems like a lot to me.
Yeah. So
20.
anyway,
All right.
that's
We'll make this. We'll put it in the record
thank you.
somehow. Anybody else want to talk about this while we're at it? Nobody? Nobody? All right. We're going to move on then. I'll make that part of the minutes. Okay. I'll just make sure of that. Don't. Okay. All right, Jim, we finally got the manual done, the policy manual, employee manual,
We've
right?
been, we've been working on our policy manual for 20 months now. Trying to update it with it was all predicated because of Earth. What's it?
What?
Earned Sick Leave Act that went into effect this last February. We already had it for our employees. We had 1 day less than the new law requires, and they're very restrictive. Where we're very, I mean, we call them PTO, personal time off. So if you want time off, ask for it and you get it. Where with ESTA,
Well, not all the time.
well, most of the time, 99.9. With ESTA, it had to be for a sickness, for a child sickness, or, there were specific things you had to give it for. So what we did is rewrote our policy to include ESTA with ours, but with the more broader brush that we have.
Did everybody get a chance to look at it and review it?
Yeah.
Do we? Do you have more on that?
No, I was going to say the fire department's been through it. There was a couple of errors in there. On holidays, we only get paid if you work the holiday, but the fire department, Easter Sunday is a holiday, but it's not a paid holiday for the employees, for the township. But the fire department, they work on Easter Sunday. So that we had to include that in the manual to get it up. There's a bunch of minor changes like that.
In the office, they don't get paid to work on Easter. They're not
Correct.
here on Easter Sunday.
They're not
They
here
don't
on
get
Easter
paid.
Sunday, so there's no reason for them to work on Easter Sunday.
And so they don't get paid.
But the
Well,
fire,
did we try to see if the fire department would work but not get paid?
well,
No, they didn't go for that.
technically,
Okay.
they've been getting paid for the holiday, but it wasn't in the manual. So
Okay. Do you want to do a
anyway, I
motion?
make a motion. We approve resolution R 2026-09 to update the manual and support.
It's been moved and supported. Any comments or questions on it? Good job on that, Jim. It only took,
20 months.
I think when you started this, you were in your 50s, I think. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Okay. So the next four of these are very exciting because it's on the bulk park. Yes. Okay. So start with you, Katie. How's the artist thing going?
Katie Reidemeyer, 8422 Cruder Road. Things are going great.
Good.
And I know that you got an update via email, but I'm going to just share what some of the things are so
Please.
that anybody here can understand. So for the last 2 months, I've been meeting with artists from the area who work specifically with wood and who might be interested in a project like ours. It's a very unique project. And so we've identified 4 artists who want to make proposals. And so those proposals are going to include the following 4 things. They're going to include a sketch or an example of what they'd like to make. They're going to have any details about any construction or installation support they might need, the time required to complete their piece, and then the cost of the finished piece. So those will be coming in by June 30th. That's the deadline they've been given. And then the facilities committee, according to what Todd has shared with me, the facilities committee is going to look at those proposals at their July meeting,
Right.
and then make a recommendation from those options, and then bring that to the board for a final approval.
Would you mind being part of that meeting for that facilities committee meeting?
I would love to be part of that meeting.
You wouldn't mind that?
We'll invite you.
Yeah, do.
Okay, great.
Because you know this stuff.
Well, it's been an amazing process, and I thought I'd take just 1 minute to share a little bit about what it's been like for me on this end, because I think that you'll find it interesting.
Yes.
So I've got a chance to meet some really amazing artists in our area. They all come from a lifelong love of nature, and specifically of trees and all the ways that trees symbolize our interdependence on the land. And they've reminded me, as we've been going to the land separately, we've each met separately and walked the park together. And they've talked about how these trees have been responsible for producing oxygen, for providing homes for animals, and of course for helping the families who have lived there for the generations before we got here. And so I just wanted to share, regardless of which art piece is selected, I think it's expanded my awareness of how some of the less articulated aspects of our enjoyment of this park can be about not just the utility of the building, which is going to be wonderful, or the recreational opportunities, but also the ways that I see us as guests in that space, and it's been utilized before us by deer, raccoons, herons, owls, all kinds of creatures ahead of us. So each of the artists are taking time right now to pay attention to what they've noticed in their visits to the park, and to let that inspire them about the art that they want to propose. So I'm really excited to see. I haven't seen any of the proposals yet, but it's going to be wonderful to see them. And I am really, really grateful that you've entrusted me to shepherd this project forward. It's been a wonderful thing. And I also want to say I'm so grateful to the Balk family for just allowing this to be something where the arts get to have a place. So thank you. Any questions from anybody?
Does anybody have anything?
Not yet. When we get the proposals in, there'll be a few.
You know,
Sounds
it's
great.
interesting that this is going to be a really nice thing, the tree thing here that you're doing. And it all became possible from a mistake. So it shows what you can do if you don't just sit around and whine about stuff, and really, because it was your idea, instead of whining about, it's going to be a great thing. This whole park is going to be a great thing.
I think it is.
I know it is.
So big thumbs up to all of you and to everybody
Well, you
who's
too.
supporting it.
Everybody that's been involved in this,
Yeah.
and you picked up this and you ran with this. That's what makes us so great. But anyway, thanks for
Wow.
that, and
Yeah.
keep us posted.
I sure will. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, next up is the Dykema. We got to start with change order number 2, which is self-explanatory. It was all the clay. Did you know this? That there was so much clay there that they didn't anticipate. But that's why they had to do a change order. So we need I make a motion to approve change order number 2. And then
Support.
it's been moved and supported. All those in favor of change order number 2, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Then we go down. What goes with that is payment application number 2 for Dykema.
Support.
Yeah, that was a motion. So that's been moved and supported. Any questions or comments on that? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And then we've got Visser Brothers payment number 5. So I make a motion on that.
Support.
You know, the frost walls are up. Did you know that?
Yep.
So the footings went in, the frost walls are now up. Now they're doing the plumbing in there, and then the floor goes in, and then I told Visser he's got 2 months to finish the whole building. I don't think it'll work that way, but I asked him. Okay, next up is
Hey, Steve,
what?
we need to vote on that one.
Did we vote on? We didn't vote. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I thought I'd just kind of sneak it
Yeah.
in there. I didn't know how it would turn out. Silver Lake firework permit, Jim.
Okay, we've got applications from Silver Lake and Bostic Lake. Silver Lakes is complete. Bostic Lakes, as usual, is not. They don't have their certificate of insurance. So first off, I'd like to make a motion. We approve Silver Lakes permit for fireworks for the July 4th because their
Yep.
certificate is in place.
Support.
Support.
I do have a question. We are additional insureds on that.
Yes.
Okay, good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. And then
Okay.
you want to do a
With-
motion contingent on proof of
Yeah, with Bostic Lakes, we need to do that. I'll make a motion. We approve it contingent on receipt of their liability insurance with Cannon Township as a named insured.
Good.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so this is kind of a cool thing too. This goes along with what Gina was talking about earlier, which she helped get us money for law enforcement. This is Jessica. Talk to us about what's going on our website and so on.
Sure. A few meetings ago, someone had asked how they can let us know when there's an issue that's non-emergency. And I think we were going to come up with a system. And I believe it was Jim said they already have a website at the county that we can connect to. And so the communication team put this website together. If you go to the website, there's lots of departments. You can see roads, parks, recreation, fire department, and now we have sheriff office as well.
Mm-hmm.
And on there, it has the direct number for the dispatcher that's on call. The number for speaking with a detective, sound
Mhm.
observer, and then submit a tip online. So it's
Mhm.
just nice. It's taking us out of being the middleman, so you can directly talk with the sheriff. So I
That's a
think
great
that's
thing.
a nice thing. So thanks, guys, for all your hard work on it.
Who worked on that here?
You, me, and Jim, and then the website.
I didn't do much. You can tell. I didn't even know. All right. Thank you for that. That'll be good. Okay. So the public safety grant is, and thanks again, Gina, for what you did for local. This is across the state, is it? Okay. This is so, Chief. You want to it's what is it? It's 75% has to be for law enforcement, and then 25% for general public safety.
Yeah, I believe Dave has the better.
Oh,
The
do
other
you?
way around.
You're the one. Go ahead.
Yeah, 75% has to be for general and 25% for the fire department.
Oh, fire department.
And the,
Okay, that's
the
right.
total was 8,900 and I want to say 86 dollars, and we allocated it, and we Judy and I booked it into the proper accounts.
So 25 went into fire and 25 went into our general. How did we do that? Does it just go into the general fund? But we know it's dedicated toward the police.
Yeah, it's gonna absolutely. Yeah.
You know, we should have. Why don't we have a? Nancy, can we have this on our next agenda? Because it seems like to me, I don't know that we would need well, maybe we don't need it on the next agenda. Would anybody object if we took the 75% that goes to not the fire department, but here, and we used every dime of it to go to overtime for sheriff's deputies so that we can increase the summer patrols? Does anybody have a problem if we do that? Yeah, we're going to keep our normal spending where it is and add the 75%.
Well,
Anybody have a problem with that?
that would be good, and I walk every morning early in the morning, and prior to this summer, we've seen people with stolen cars, so it'll be one.
You had one stolen right in front of you, didn't you? Yeah, right in front of you.
Yeah, and another group of teenagers. I don't want to pick on teenagers, but there's a lot of great teenagers out there. But these teenagers.
Well, I was hoping it wasn't you that stole it.
Well, I'm not a teenager.
Really?
I act like one's at some.
I know that.
But anyway, all kidding aside, these
No, we're good.
these people, these thieves, if you will, they couldn't find their way out of Lake Bella Vista.
Oh, that's right. They got lost back
They were
in there.
racing up and down. So me and my buddy would call the sheriff's department, and they came and apprehended them.
Yeah. I remember that story. All right. So Chief, do you have anything? I'm sure you can use the money too.
No,
No, you can't use the money, or no, you don't have anything to
no,
say.
we had nothing to say.
Okay, good. All right. We have an email. What was that one? Is that about the Eagles, or what was that?
Yeah, that was about the Eagles.
Did you all know this about the Eagles? We have a nesting pair of eagles here. Did you know this? Yeah, there's where are they? They're somewhere off of where is that? They're over kind of by Todd. He's seen them, but this guy has pictures. There's a nesting pair of eagles, and there's eaglets in the nest, in the eyrie.
Sunfish Lake.
So yeah, around there. God, we had the pictures.
Hey, Steve. I have a
Yes.
story about an eagle.
Go ahead.
My neighbor had her dog out in the backyard,
Yes.
and the eagle tried taking her dog out of her arms.
Really?
Yes.
Was it successful?
3 times it tried.
Was it successful?
Nope.
It was a small dog.
Good thing. Well, no, there's a nesting pair. What is that? I can't find it on here.
Steve, it's just past.
Location.
Oh, he didn't put the what?
No.
It's just past Ramsdale and
Just
south-
past Ramsdale. To the south?
to the east.
To the east? Well, oh, just past Ramsdale. Not right.
East of Ramsdale.
East of Ramsdale.
Okay, so anyway, that's that. Committee. Do we have any committee reports?
There's no planning commission meeting tomorrow.
Thank you for that. I have a sewer committee report. I am going to Lansing on Wednesday to meet with who is it? Wooden and Representative Wooden and Posthumous and the top people in Eagle, and we're going to see if we can't try to work something out on this $30 million that the state wants us to spend. And I told Gina Johnson that you might want to be around your office around 11:30 because I might come to you and say that did not work. I need your help now. I have a feeling that may happen, and something tells me. Yeah. So, but I will report back in 2 weeks. Actually, I'm cautiously optimistic that we can put something together when I meet with them. But I will report back, and it'll be on our next agenda. Okay. Board comments. Henry? None. Jessica?
Can you give an update on the sewer project that we're going to do on Belding Road M44 that's starting next week?
Henry, do you know about that? Well, they're going to do the trunk line. They're doing the trunk line, right?
Yep. But
On Belding Road.
On what? I didn't hear what she said.
The update on the project.
Starts in the middle of this month.
Yeah, next week.
Right.
Yes.
And have 2 lanes. It'll have no center lane. So you'll have traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be slower than normal.
But it'll go through.
It'll go through. The disruption down Myers Lake will be very limited where we close it. I think it's a 1-day closure down Myers Lake when we have to run the sewer underneath Myers Lake. I
Right.
think they have that down to 1-day closure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it will be from Myers Lake all the way to Blakely for that part of M44.
Just to the lift station.
Just to the
Just to the lift station.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But
So
there'll be two-way traffic. It'll just
2-way
be slow.
traffic.
Yep.
It's just going to be a little slower.
Okay. And how long is it gonna take to get completed ish?
Well, that's a gray area. They say September, but it's going to probably be October.
Okay.
Well, no, it should be
You
September.
want it done before school starts.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
Yeah.
When we did the whole north half. The first thing we did when we redid our whole sewer system, we came in like months early.
Right.
Months early, and under budget so we were able to push forward 3 years of projects we were going to pay cash for, and we did it under the same bonds.
Right.
Nice.
And those got done early too.
But then
So-
will it be a problem with the roundabout at 10 Mile? Like
It'll be a problem in that anybody that's diverted down this way will be slower,
okay.
Right.
which is not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Slow is good on Belding Road. I wish we could make that permanent. A light will help. Just saying.
Right.
So, right. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else? Dave, do you have anything?
This is just historical in nature. On May 8th, the Rockford Area Community Foundation had its annual recognition dinner, and we recognized 4 individuals who made a significant impact to the community, and they're going to take their place in Recognition Plaza down near the Rockford Dam. And
Mm-hmm.
those individuals were Denise Bradley, Gordon Pickard, Dr. Mike Scheibler, and Roger Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Do you know I sat with Gordon at the luncheon, the road commission luncheon? He's going to run again for trustee.
Oh,
He's a wonderful man. He
Yes,
just
he
really is. He's
82 years old.
he's a keeper.
he's
I'm sure he's glad you said that. So, what do
I
you,
thought I was old, but he told me he was old.
you are.
and,
So,
and Gordon Pickard, he does wonderful woodworking. And I talked to him, but he's at a point in time at his age. He's
you could probably talk him into it. Though.
you probably could talk him into
Can you lift a chainsaw?
it. No, but his buddy Floyd Havemeyer can.
Oh boy.
And Floyd's 89 or
All right. Super.
he's 69. I don't want to age him, but yeah. But we'll talk after.
What do you have?
I've got 2 items. About 7 months ago, the board approved $32,000 for to look at the development of the new cemetery on the east side of the township. We've gone through the preliminary plan. We've gone through the environmental analysis, and the next stage is the RFP. I didn't want to waste the money for the RFP if the will of the board was not to go ahead with the cemetery,
Mm-hmm.
based on comments we've had from the when we had a meeting about it. So first off, I want to get a sense of the board whether we want to go ahead with it. And so I'm going to start by making a motion that we go ahead with the RFP for development of the township cemetery to the east of the township.
How much is the RFP?
We don't know until we.
Oh, that's right.
It's already. It's
I
already.
thought you were.
The RFP itself is already.
I don't-
budgeted.
We've already paid for that.
We budgeted.
We budgeted for to get the RFPs.
Correct.
Right. Does anybody have a problem if we do that? Go ahead with it. Did you do a motion? On that?
I did a motion, so I need.
Is there support for that? To just go ahead with the RFP?
Support. Yeah.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed the same.
Okay.
All right. Good.
All right. The second thing I had, in cleaning up the cemeteries, we've taken down a lot of old dead trees,
Mm-hmm.
and Bostic Lake Cemetery, especially on the west side of the cemetery, was a whole. It was 30 feet that we owned. It was all big oak trees. About 7 of them were dying with oak wilt, which means that the rest of them were going to die sooner or later. So we went through about 3 years ago now and cut all those trees out, clearing them out. And it got a lot of people, not a lot of, one very vocal person upset that those trees aren't in the cemetery anymore. So she wants to plant a couple of cemetery type trees,
Mhm.
which would be either a dogwood,
Oh.
a hydrangea tree, or a sycamore,
Mm-hmm.
because their roots go down, their tap roots,
Mm-hmm.
rather than like a maple
Oh, good.
where they go over 6 counties
Yeah.
and get in the way of gray. So, but it's going to take 2 spots in that new area, and I was going to make her pay for them, and she's asked that I bring it to the board if the township would donate those 2 spots.
I don't think that's a problem.
Okay,
It's fine. We can. It's in your budget, isn't it?
it's in the.
Just get some trees for crying out loud.
I just didn't want to do. That's only $600.
You were
but-
going to make. I like how you said. I was going to make her pay for them. All
Well,
right. Jeez, oh Pete, what do you got, Si? Are you done?
I'm done.
You're done. What you got?
I have a question for Jim. On the cemetery, on this property here, were there any issues outside of the wells that came about in your research? for this
No,
property?
as far as any other chemicals, there was nothing there. We had the PFAS issue with low groundwater,
Mhm.
20 feet and above, and that's what the letters that went out to the neighbors. Our well tested at 9 parts per trillion on the cemetery spot, and the one back here where the fire department did more of their training tested at was it
70
79?
something.
70 some parts per trillion, which is above the drinking, but it's also within the first 12 feet of the, it's not where you sink your well into. So the DNR had asked, or Eagle, whatever acronym you want to use, they sent letters to 29 homes. They got 2 responses that said people could, that they could test their water.
Right.
So they were going door to
And
door.
Judy, you said to make sure people do respond. So we have offered, because we took that seriously, and we have offered to Eagle. I swear to God. So Eagle, we offered to assist them with our own letters to people, and they said we don't want your help.
They can handle it.
Huh? Yes. So, all right. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. And then I have one other. Are you good?
Yeah, so everything else came out great. There's no other chemical things, or there's no problem. And actually, there was a concern that that flow of the water heads towards Silver Lake. It doesn't. It because if it did, that 79 parts per trillion would be 79 parts per trillion there. So the flow is not dramatically towards Silver Lake.
It's not going anywhere. Right. Stuck here.
It's just there. Yep.
Okay.
What else do you have?
As far as the bricks for the
yes.
the fundraiser for the community center, a little over $12,000 raised, which is about 90 bricks sold so
Super.
far. Yeah,
Good.
So
Good.
it's
That's really
coming
good.
right along.
So I was out on my property, and I think I might have one of the oldest trees in the township. I told a friend of mine about that, and he said the only way you can really tell is to count the rings. So I'm going to avoid that, because the only way I know to count the rings is. So, is there a way we can determine that without counting rings?
Yes.
How?
You measure the circumference of the tree at 4 feet up.
Okay.
And then there's a formula you get online, and each species of tree has a factor.
Oh.
My son did his walnut tree in the front yard or the side yard of the farm. It's 15 and a half feet around, and that puts that tree at about 290 years old.
Really? Where's that?
At the farmhouse on Cortland Drive.
Oh, yeah?
And he's got a catalpa that's 16 and a half feet around. But catalpa is kind of a soft wood, but that's about a 200-year-old catalpa tree.
Really?
So, and we did test the ones in the park. We have some white pines, not in the park, in the Old Canonsburg Cemetery, and we have 3 white pines there that are all between 250 and 280 years old.
Wow.
So there are some significant number of trees, and also in the boat park out here, I want to get out there and measure it, because there's that one white pine. There's 3 of them right there, but that one white pine, I couldn't even put my arms around a quarter of it.
Really?
So it's at least 18 feet around. So that's got to be, but it's an ugly tree. It's not one they'd want to cut for wood. So that's why it's probably still standing there.
I'm not sure I want to measure mine, because after that story, I think I feel kind of puny.
Well, you guys, this is a good time. The Historic Society is actually doing a contest to try to figure out what the oldest tree is. So, Steve, you should measure it. Maybe it's yours.
Maybe, but I don't think so anymore. So, okay, good.
Si, is there a limit to the amount of bricks we have to sell?
Yes.
Oh,
there is. There is a limited supply.
How many?
It all depends on how many of the bigger ones are bought, but it's a roughly like 600 to 700 bricks. In that number. Yeah.
And if we sell 900, we'll make the walkway bigger.
Okay.
So there's a limit, but
he's not wrong.
We can figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything you want to say to us? Anything else from you, Tina? Yeah. What do you think of our meetings?
Efficient, you get things done. If other people from other townships attend,
Oh, we know that.
We don't
That's why we